Hello, everyone. It is such a pleasure to be here with you today. My name is Sabi Kamilah Hinkson, or you may know me as Sabi Kamilah Strong-Hinkson. And I am so excited because it's back to school. I know there's a lot of anxiety for some, but me too. But I'm excited to go back to work. I'm a teacher, and I will also be going to school as well. Last week I was a part of a very amazing event back to school at O3, and ACDPN um, put on a great event for the families at O3. And Olivia from ACDPN asked me to be a part of the event. And she asked me, could you possibly give some back to school tips to the parents at O3? And she had me thinking about, well, what tips would I give parents who are going back to school? So obviously, these tips are from my perspective and my experience as a parent going to school. So I will share those with you. Some of them may resonate with you, some may not. But like I said, it's from my perspective. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. All right, so I'll take off my camera so that you can read the slides. But this is Back to School with Sabi Strong-Hinkson. So, who is Sabi? Okay, so for those of you all who do not know me, I am a mother of two fabulous girls. Kiara is currently 22. Tanea will be 13 in November. Kiara is in university and works at a bank, and Tanea is on her way to high school. I am a school lover. So I am not only am I a teacher, I love going to school. It's only I can't tell you when I've not been in school. I'm always finishing one degree and starting something else or taking a course. I absolutely love school. But that's just me. Not everyone is a school lover, and you do what you need to do to get where you need to get, and you take the courses you need to do. And some people are just like, oh, I just want to do high school or CJ. That is up to you, but I love schools. School. Sorry. I am a STEM educator, so science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. I am currently teaching science and technology at Lower Canada College. I have a degree in biochemistry and scientific research. And I just finished my master's in teaching and learning science and technology. I am also an equity, diversity, and inclusion advocate. So anything where marginalized groups, of course, are being underserved, or anywhere I can fill a gap, or, you know what I mean? Like, help those who do not have the bare minimum, you'll find me somewhere there trying to fill that gap. And I am the president of the show, which is short for the Strong Hinkson Organization. And our mandate or our goal is to help provide resources to single parents who are going to school. Okay, so that's me in a nutshell. So first, I'd like to thank ACDPN, but I'd like to thank Olivia from ACDPN for actually challenging me to think about, like tips for parents. Like think about, I actually had to think about my journey as a student and what worked for me as a student who was raising two children. And I'd like to thank O3 for giving me the opportunity to speak to the parents at O3. And Aquila Newton, they gave out some amazing school bags and books and stuff like that. Big Dreamers school bags. And Aquila Newton has also donated a lot of items to my organization as well. So I'd like to thank Aquila Newton for that. That was amazing and so generous of her. So let's get to the tips. All right, so I entitled this Back to School Tips from a Single Mama on Her Third Degree. No, by no means am I saying that you have to get 3 degrees, 4 degrees, or even that you have to go to university or anything like that. But like I mentioned before, I just love school. So I'm just trying to tell you what what I've done, So like I mentioned, I have a degree in biochemistry, minor in scientific research. I have a degree in theology. I have my master's in teaching, learning, science, and technology, and I'm currently finishing up my master's in theology as well. And I have hopes of continuing to do my PhD at McGill. So that's just my journey. I love school. You do not necessarily have to get a university degree. So the first thing I think is the most important thing for me is to start every day or start each day with a positive mindset. I think whether you're spiritual or you believe in karma, or if you, even from a scientific perspective, you get out what you put in. So if you start your day with positive energy, it will come back to you. And this is like a real thing for me. Or even, you've heard the saying, fake it until you make it. So this could just simply be that you get up in the morning and you say, you know what, today is going to be a great day. You look in the mirror, put a smile on your face, and say, I'm going to do great things today, or I will be blessed today, or I am going to accomplish as much as I can today. And you speak that positivity into the universe, and it'll come back to you. Or even if not, if you don't believe that, it will put you in a better mood. Instead of you getting up and saying, oh, I'm tired, it's not going to be a good day, that is not going to put you in a good mood. Being positive and starting each day with a smile and looking at your beautiful face in the mirror is going to do you wonders. So that's my tip number one. For me, this is very important. Make sure that you love what you're studying. This is not necessarily applicable to everyone, but for me, it was very important that I enjoyed what I was studying, because when times get hard, because sometimes you'll do courses and stuff that you won't really like, and you're like, but if you really love the program that you're in, it will motivate you to continue because you actually love what you're doing. You can't always think about, oh, I'm going to make money when I finish this program, because sometimes it's a long time before you actually see money and start making money. So that can't be your motivation. You have to find something that's motivating you. And for me, it was actually, of course, my children. I was like, I have no choice. I've got to be successful. I've got to, get through this, get a good job. But it was really important for me to love the courses that I was taking, or love the program that I was in, and I did. So even when I didn't do well in a course, I was like, it's okay, I'm going to do better the next one. And that's because I was really passionate and loved the programs that I studied. So for me, it's really important. Number three, get a physical agenda, not a digital one. So I know we all have these smartphones, and it's really easy to just drop things in there. And I use both, right? But for me, it's very important to get a paper agenda and write things down. There's just something about writing things down manually with a pen, pencil, or whatever on paper that makes things really manifest. It makes things real and embeds them in my brain. And also, too, as a parent, you're always multitasking, right? So you have work, school, your children, you have so many things to organize. And sometimes, like I know, like if I was making a doctor's appointment on the phone, I would be on the phone, and then I'd be going through my physical agenda, paper agenda, flipping through pages and seeing where I had space. So it's so helpful for me to actually have a physical agenda. And I know from my experience as a teacher, I know a lot of students appreciate paper agendas as opposed to digital ones. So I'm suggesting that you get a physical agenda and not a digital one. Number four, set earlier deadlines for yourself. What do I mean by that? Well, as a parent, you're always navigating so many different things, and you have so many different things going on in your life. And if your children are like mine, every time I had a big assignment due or some sort of test, my children would get sick the night before or something like that. So if you have something due and you're looking to do it the day before, chances are things won't work in your favor. and you won't get things done. So I always set my personal goals and deadlines at least 3 days before the actual things were due at school, so that if anything happened, that's fine. I'm already done, or I have time to regulate that and still be able to hand things in on time. And then setting earlier deadlines for yourself, then of course that would go on your agenda, right? And in addition to that, I also like to add quickly that I always write my goals, whether it be for the year or the semester, on some sort of paper in front of my desk or where it is that I work, and I write it there and I look at it. And as soon as, I finish something or I finish a course, I leave it there and I cross it out. I have my goals there, and the crossing out is like this rewarding moment where you're like, okay, I've finished that. So I'm very big on actually writing things and visualizing things and having them in front of you as a reminder. Yes, like I said, you can have all those things on your phone, but you're not looking at those things all the time. You're not looking at your goals on your phone. You're going through social media and stuff like that. So having these things printed and, put up somewhere where you can see them, where you pass frequently, is great. 5, connect with your teachers. So this was big for me. It's so good to just be more than a student ID number. You'll realize that the if you go to CJEP or if you go to university, your classes are huge. And the chances are your teacher is not going to know everyone by name, maybe by face, but won't really know who people are. So it's so important for me to connect with my teachers and just not be a student ID number, and introduce myself and let them know, like, who I am and that I am a parent. Because, a lot of the teachers are humans. A lot of the teacher not that they are humans, that they're human, meaning they have emotions and they have empathy and compassion. And some of them are parents, and some of them became parents later in their life when they finished their studies. So when you tell them that you're a parent and you're working through your studies, they're actually they admire you, and some of them try to support you as much as they can, whether this be, I can't meet you during your office hours because I have to pick up my children. Some teachers will accommodate you and be like, okay, I can meet you at this time. Or some teachers will even go as far as to understand if you're not able to hand something in on time, and in that instance that your child was sick or something like that, they'll give you extensions. So let them know, that you're going to school and you're a parent, because that is something that's it's applaudable. That is really hard work. We're proud of you. Your teachers will be proud of you. Your people around you are proud of you. So let them know. That doesn't mean that you're going to abuse this and be like, oh, well, the teacher knows that I have a child, so I'm not even going to try. But just let them know, make that connection so that they put a face to the student ID number. And, if they can help you out a little bit more. Number 6, very important for me, pursue your education at your own pace. Now, I know that you feel this pressure, oh, it's a 2-year program, it's a 3-year program, and you feel this pressure to actually complete things during the time that the institutions suggest. But for the most part, most programs are very flexible and you can reduce your course load. And I strongly suggest that you reduce your course load. It is not easy managing a family, school, and possibly a job for a lot of you all. So don't be ashamed to reduce your course load. I never took a full course load. I did one time, and let me tell you, I burnt out before the semester was over, and I had to actually drop everything and basically go on sick leave and stay away from school for about a semester. So it doesn't make any sense to push yourself beyond your limits. It's not easy doing what you're doing. So please pursue your education at a pace that's comfortable for you. School is not going anywhere. The universities will be there, the CJIPs will be there, the adult education centers will be there. There is always a way around something. So please take your time, I am 39. I just finished my master's in teaching and learning science and technology. I am doing everything at a pace that I can manage. I learned that because, like I said, if I try to push myself and take as many courses as the students who have no other responsibilities but to go to school, I found myself being overworked, stressed, and just basically getting sick. So please pursue your education at your own pace. Number seven, very, very, very big. You need a village. I know that for me as a mother and all the mothers that I know, we often think that being a good mother means we're strong and we do everything by ourselves and we don't need anyone. But this is the biggest misconception, like for real. Part of being a good mother is making sure that you and your children are as happy and supported as you can be. So, this means having great people around to support and contribute to your happiness. Okay, so this is so vital. You know, you try to do everything by yourself, you're going to be stressed, you're going to be miserable, and your children feed off of that energy. Now, if you can find people, and it's not always your parents or your family, just people who care about you and your children, if you can find people to huddle around you and be there for you and your children will be even happier because you will have some stress relieved and your children will feel that energy. And you know what? Having more people to love and support your children is such a benefit, right? So not only do they have you or their dad or their grandparents, there's other people who love them and support them. And love and support is one of the biggest things that promotes growth and mental wellness for children. So you need a village. And I'm just going to quickly segue or talk about that idea of needing a village. Um, the Strong Hinkson Organization, my nonprofit organization, we want to provide an online village because it's not always easy to meet up, but we want to provide an online village for single parents going to school. So we have a Facebook group called the Show Family Room, and I'll show you how to find it. It's on Facebook, and there we provide resources, just inspiring messages. We have a bunch of mentors who are professionals who are there to answer questions. Sometimes it's just that you want to find out something but you just don't have the time as a single parent going to school, so we have people willing to help you with that. This semester we have an intern from McGill who is a third year psych student. Her name is Samantha Liverman, and she will be basically scouring or scanning the Facebook group to make sure that there are not any questions that are unanswered and to help you all out. So sometimes a village is just the people that the friends that you, or the connections that you've made online. Some of my biggest supporters are people that I never even met. They're just people that huddle around me and my family and I around them on social media. So you need a village. If you don't have a strong village in real life, we would like to be that village for you. We'd like to help you. So I will show you how to join that group after. Number eight, very, very important. Make time for yourself. You cannot take care of your family if you're not well, so you need to take care of your physical and mental health. If you can, take a day for yourself to do things that you like to do. So I take a day because my children are bigger. Like I mentioned before, my eldest is 22. My little one is going to be 13. She couldn't care less about me sometimes. So I take a day, where I'm home reading a book or just like lounging on my couch, watching Netflix or Amazon Prime, and I'm doing nothing that has to do with work or my school. I'm taking time for myself. Of course, when my children were younger, I couldn't take a whole day. But when I put them down sometimes, whether it's every Wednesday, it's just me time and I'm not doing anything, or every Saturday, for an hour or two, I'm just gonna go ride my bike or take a walk. You have to make time for yourself because, like I said, if you're not well, your children will not be well either, and you're no use to anyone if you're not well. And also, too, taking time for yourself is also taking care of your mental wellness and your physical health. So the same way that you make consistent appointments for your children for them to get their health checked, you need to do the same thing for yourself. I know that when I was really busy with school, I would really put my health and wellness on a back burner. I would, oh, I don't need to, I can't go to this appointment, this doctor's appointment because I have school or the kids. But I learned the hard way that you have to take care of yourself too. So that also means making time for yourself, making time to see a therapist. A therapist is not just for people who are not mentally well. A therapist is great to maintain your mental wellness. And just as a parent and just navigating life, everyone should have a therapist, someone that they can offload on, and someone who can help them maintain their mental wellness. So please make time for yourself. So this goes in line with some other things that I've mentioned. Number 9, know your limits and listen to your body. You know when you are pushing yourself too hard. There are times when you have to push and you know that, and it's not going to be easy, but there are times you're being unrealistic and pushing yourself beyond your limits. And your body often tells you, hey, this is too much. You need to listen to your body and know your limits because, as I mentioned before, if you have to shut down or if your body shuts down and you cannot do anything, what good is that to your children? What good is that to your education? What good is that to the people around you? So you need to know your limits and listen to your body. As much as it hurts to say, I need to slow down, I know I've been there, done that. It is so important and it's so valuable. Number 10, it won't always be this hard. And I'm seeing this from a perspective as a parent who now has a 22-year-old and soon to be 13-year-old. When they're younger, you feel so overwhelmed because, they need you so much. They're smaller, they have less independence, but your children will grow up and become more and more independent. So things will become easier. Before you know it, they won't need you. And you'll be like, hey, do you want me to do something for you? Hey, do you want? And they're like, no, mom, it's okay. I got this. Or no, dad, I got this. So it won't always be this hard. They'll get bigger, they'll be more independent, and things will get easier in that perspective. So don't feel so overwhelmed and feel like it'll never happen. Before you know it, your children will be big and they would possibly be helping you. Like my eldest daughter, sometimes I'm like, I don't know where I would be without her because she's so supportive. So take care, take it easy, persevere. Just know that they won't be that little forever. And the final tip that I'll say that I think is so important to me, number 11, you have your own unique destiny. So you have to trust the process. You're exactly where you're supposed to be at this moment in your life, and you will eventually be who you're destined to be. But you have to believe this and persevere. You have your own destiny. You are the one of a kind. You will be where you need to be when you need to be there. So whatever it is that you're destined to be, you have to just believe that you will get there because you will. It's not anyone else's destiny, it's your own. And I'm just going to turn on my camera for a second to show you. So I don't know if you can see, I have this tattoo and it was so important for me to remember that, to be reminded. So it's destiny in the middle of a an infinity sign, and it was really important to me because that tattoo, what it means to me is that there are infinite ways to get to your destiny. So there's no one path, right? So you go down one path and something doesn't work and you just have to keep on trying and keep on going and you will get to your destiny. There's no one path, there is no one route, and no one can take your exact path. You can't follow someone and be like, "Oh, I'm going to do it exactly that way so that I can do this." That's their destiny. You have your own destiny. So trust. Sometimes I used to feel like I'm not where I wanted to be. I'm not where I'm supposed to be at this age. And then one day I just realized, you know what? I will be who I need to be as long as I keep on going. And I just had to trust that process. And sometimes I didn't understand the choices I made or understand where I was and why am I here or why did I do this or what's the point of this? And then as I keep on going, I look back in retrospect and I'm like, oh, now that makes sense. So just believe I have this thing over here that I say, my dreams chase me, hashtag destined. Your dreams are chasing you, but that's like something that people don't think about, but they are. No matter what you're doing, things are being set up to be to fulfill your dreams, to fulfill your destiny. So just trust that. So I have so many things that I want to share with you. And like I said, I'm a student too. I'm a mama. I'm a teacher. And I every day is a learning experience. I've learned new things. And I have so much things I want to share with you. And that's why I want to invite you to actually join our Facebook group. It's called the Show Family Room. And as I mentioned before, this is the village that I want to offer to you, that we can support each other because no one understands what it's like to be a single parent going to school, like a single parent who's going to school. Other people say, oh, you can do it, or you shouldn't do it. It's hard, raise the kids first, then go back to school. And, you just want to go to school and you just want to do what you want to do and what you're destined to do. No one understands the single parent scholar like other single parent scholars. So that's what this Facebook group is about. So how do you get there? You can use your phone and take your camera out and scan this QR code over here, and it will bring you to the group. Or you can type in www.theshow.ca. It will bring you to our website, where there's a description of the family room, right? So here, and then you can click the link to go to the Facebook group. There are a couple of questions they ask, like, are you a single parent going to school? Blah, 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 blah. Just yes, no, whatever, whatever. Answer the questions, and you will be let into the group. And like I said, we share resources there. If we hear of any scholarships or inspiring articles, or if you have questions about, how do I get into this program, or what should I do, or can someone help me proofread my paper, we're there to try to help and try to support. So I'm really excited to see you all in the group. I hope you join. Again, you can scan the QR code. You can go www.theshow.ca, or over here you can do the short code bit.ly, so bit.ly/show fam room, and it's case sensitive, so you have to make sure that all of those letters are capitalized. Follow us on IG at Strong Hinkson, or you can email me anytime if you have any questions or if you're having trouble joining the group, or again, like you just want to connect and share some other tips. Maybe you have tips that work for you as a single parent going to school. So please email me. I am going to stop this so I can just, all right. So just to show you quickly, this is the Facebook group, right? So we have currently 56 members, and that includes mentors and students or parents who are going to school. So please look us up and join the group. You won't lose anything from joining the group. I promise you will gain something. So again, my name is Sabi Hinkson. I am the founder and president of the Strong Hinkson Organization, and I send you positive vibes and blessings for this new school year. And if some of you guys, some of you folks are going back to school for the first time, I know anxiety will kick in. It's like riding a bike, before you know it, it'll become easy again and you'll be so excited. But it's okay to feel a little bit intimidated. It's okay to feel a little bit scared. Um, but you'll get through it, you know. Make a fun situation out of it. Make a study time with your children. Say, okay, every day at this time we're gonna all do our homework together. Children love that. You sit down with them and you do your homework too, and they're like, hey, that's cool. Mom's doing homework or dad's doing homework. I can do my homework too. So it's inspiring for them. So, have fun and just know that an education is an investment in yourself and just go for it. So that's all for me. It's so nice to share this information with you. I hope to see you all soon. Bye.